Scorpio, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Okay, your energy, the 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so you're ready for something new or ready for more passion, something passionate, fun, exciting. Your person, the 2 of Wands. They're viewing you as the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. What you're not seeing here is the Emperor, Aries energy. And the final outcome or your advice is the King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. All right, Scorpio, so it looks like you've experienced some sort of disappointment here or disappointments in love. And with the Ace of Cups energy in reverse, I just feel like there's been a sense of lack or loss here when it comes to love. Maybe this particular relationship, but it could also just be in general. Like something here is missing. And with the 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like you've come through a difficult period. You're ending a difficult cycle. And what I'm kind of getting is a lot of my Scorpios, you may have been single for a while. Or maybe you've been in relationships where you were feeling on your own or lonely. And I feel like you're ready to, share the everyday with somebody. You're looking for a partner. You're looking for something fun, something passionate, something exciting, something new, but also one where you can embrace the everyday with someone, like not have to do everything on your own. Okay. And we have the Page of Cups energy in reverse. You might be feeling a little hesitant here when it comes to investing either with this particular person or just in love in general. And what I'm seeing with the Page of Cups in reverse, there's a hesitation because either you've been single for a long time, you've had a string of disappointments, there's a particular relationship that's been disappointing. So yeah, it's like you're not sure if you're fully ready to jump into a relationship. And like I said, it could be specific to this person or it could be someone in general. Because it looks like you've been doing a lot of healing and clearing and releasing, clearing out that karmic closet. So it's almost like with the Page of Cups in reverse, you're in a little bit of an in-between, wanting something new, ready for something new, but maybe even holding back a little bit, not fully trusting whether it's this particular situation or the journey ahead of you. All right, which would be very scorpionic in nature, especially after, experiencing loss or disappointment here. My Scorpios out there are not ones to forget and to move on like that, right? I can say that yours truly is a Scorpio moon. You're viewing this person as the 6 of Wands. So some of my Scorpios, you may be a little bit hesitant to invest in this person because with the 6 of Wands here, you see that this person is successful. I think you're very attracted to this person, but you may be concerned that they do get a lot of attention. So you may think, okay, maybe this person's a player, maybe there's a lot of competition, and I can see you not wanting to really compete for anyone's affection or attention, not wanting to get involved with someone or in a situation where you have to kind of deal with like drama or deal with other people or deal with other options. I do think maybe that's a big source of your concern here. Now, it could just be, again, you're hesitant about dating and you're seeing that this person, 6 of Wands stands out, stands above the rest. They're sexy, they're successful, they're attractive. But you're viewing the relationship here as the King of Swords in reverse, more Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Now, some of you, this can be an ex, right? But for a lot of you, I'm not really getting that. I just feel like you don't have a lot of clarity about a relationship with this person or even like wanting a relationship. I just kind of feel there's a candle in your heart that's ready to be lit, ready to be sparked. And you like what you see for the most part about who this person is, but you also see that they get a lot of attention and you may be a little bit worried that maybe it's going to be a one-sided connection or this person is self-absorbed or you just don't have clarity yet about this connection. Your person, the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces energy. Now, you being extremely intuitive, Scorpio, I'm sure you kind of already know what you need to know. But again, this person may be somebody who holds back. They may be a little bit secretive. I think this person has very deep, secret, romantic feelings for you, Scorpio. And with the High Priestess here, again, that might be also why you're not sure if you can fully trust this. And this person might be one of those people that gets a lot of attention, is friendly and nice to everyone, but then when it comes to you, their energy shifts. And it's not because they don't like you or they're not interested, but because they do like you. And I think my Scorpios, you know what I'm talking about, because sometimes I feel that happens with Scorpio energy. Like, we can be like fun and cool and happy with everybody in the room, but to our crush, we kind of get silent, we get kind of quiet, we get kind of serious, right? And I feel like you might be dealing with somebody who's like that. This is a secret admirer, and again, they might be a little bit secretive, and my Scorpios, you're going to want to suss that out, before you move forward here with this person. I do like that High Priestess energy, that you might have a hard time gaining access to this person as well. Like, I don't know where you know them from or where you see them, but maybe they're always around other people, or it's like it's not necessarily easy to approach and get to know them or kind of get to the heart of the matter here. But I'm going to tell you something, Scorpio. I think you two are both crushing on each other. I actually think you both have strong feelings for one another. All right, so let's see what the oracles have to say. So, guided lessons. Your higher self is guiding you to make mistakes so you can learn important lessons. So that's you clearing out that karmic closet. I feel like you've been doing a lot of reflection. It makes a lot of sense. We're in Mercury retrograde in Pisces at the moment. So a lot of my Scorpios, you're looking at lessons. You're looking at what you don't want to repeat. Just being really typically introspective of such a sign with emotional depth. Spirit saying, shine your beauty, Scorpio. Let others do and say what they will. Keep doing good. Resist the temptation to dim your light to become as dark as those that oppose you. Okay, so let your light shine. And some of you, I do feel like you might feel like your light is a little bit dim at the moment. With the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Cups, like you've been through something here, Scorpio. And I feel like you're ready for something new, but there's hesitance to dip your toe in the water, or you're just kind of dipping your toes in the water with this particular connection, or just with dating in general. All right, keep doing good and resist the temptation to dim your light. Okay, I'm not really getting that you have opposition here. It's just a reminder how beautiful, how amazing you are, Scorpio. And when you come to a roadblock, take a detour and see it as an opportunity to experience new things in life. Yeah, so again, this is also about being open to all the possibilities. If something didn't work out as planned, it's because it probably wasn't meant to, right? Or it wasn't meant to at the time. So we see this energy of new beginnings. Time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. It's in your hands right now to change your story. Yeah, and I kind of feel like this is Spirit and your angels and your guides in the universe giving my Scorpios a little nudge to either get back out there or move towards this person just a little bit more. All right, they're the Two of Wands. There's an energy of longing here. And to be honest, I feel like this person is spying on you, checking you out, and they might have also realized or found out that you were spying or that you were checking them out. All right, but I do get a sense of longing here. And this person holding a torch, she's holding on to one of those wands. This tells me this person's attracted to you. There's a sense of longing here. The Six of Swords energy in reverse. Some of you, this is someone that is stuck on you or wants to come back around. But some of you too, it's like they want to see you again. Again, it could be somebody you work with. It could be somebody in your neighborhood. But they are detached. They're a little bit conflicted because they're probably not getting a really good read on what you want or if you're interested. Queen of Swords energy in reverse. Some of you, this is an ex. Others of you, the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy coming through really strong. This person they have a bit of a blocked throat chakra. They're not seeing how to move forward here, how to approach you, what to say to you. It's like they don't have all the facts. Some of you too, they might have some unhealed wounds from someone or something from their past here. And again, if this is some type of reconciliation for you, Scorpio, that could have to do with you. But some of you, this person's longing for you, but they're having a hard time moving on. They're still a little bit detached because they're also worried about making a mistake or repeating karmic lessons. Yeah, so we definitely see this person holding back, Four of Pentacles. But they're holding back, but they're still kind of holding on to you, or the idea of you, or the idea of you in this connection. The Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, this person may know that you're checking them out. Maybe they caught you, or maybe they saw you checking out their profile online or something. But I also think this is a reflection of them spying and checking on you. All right, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This person might not be sure that you're single, you're available. Okay, so they might not have that information about you, Scorpio. I do feel like this person sees that you're hardworking. So if this is somebody that you know from like work or the gym or something like that, they like you oftentimes have your head down and you're just focused on whatever's in front of you. Although they may have caught you looking up and checking them out. Yeah, Two of Swords energy in reverse. I kind of feel like this person doesn't want you to hold back. They do want to communicate with you. And the King of Wands, they think you're sexy, Scorpio. They see you as sexy, powerful, attractive. I mean, that's the image they have on you. They're kind of hoping that you're not going to hold back any longer, that you're going to take the first step. Well, behind the scenes, we have Emperor energy. So it looks like this person, they are ready to step up if you don't do that first. We see the Eight of Cups. Now, this could be somebody here, Scorpio, who's walked away from you. It may also be somebody here who's in a transition, walking away from an ex or something like that, okay? So it really sort of depends on your situation, and trust your intuition here. All right, what do my Scorpios need to know about this person? What do my Scorpios need to know about this person? Yeah, companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So this is someone who is a good partner, a good companion. All of those are really, really positive qualities. And we see Virgin energy, okay? So this is the archetype, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So Scorpio, you have somebody who's like a good person, somebody who would make a good partner here. Somebody loyal, somebody tenacious, willing to work through tough times. Somebody who's pure of heart and spirit. So this is like not a player. This is not someone who's, who has ulterior motives. And again, my Scorpios, I do get an energy of suspicion here, because most likely because of what you've been through. All right, let's see how they're viewing you. Or in some of you, they're getting gossip about you. All right, athlete energy. So misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. Now, I don't want you to take that the wrong way. I think this person is extremely physically attracted to you. Some of you, they might think that you're so hot, you're so sexy, that you're probably arrogant, or you're probably full of yourself, or you probably have other options. I think you two are mirroring each other. You might feel the same way about each other, because that's kind of what I was picking up on you viewing them as the Six of Wands. Now, some of my Scorpios, they may be a little bit worried that you have this false sense of, I don't want to say false sense, but a sense of invulnerability or entitlement. And again, it may be that you do act a little bit closed off or aloof towards this person. Like I was picking up, they might do the same thing with you, because you like each other, right? And sometimes that happens. And I feel like oftentimes it can happen with Scorpios or Scorpio energy. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong. It just means you two need to clear the air or get to know each other a little bit better. But they might think that you think you're too good for them, or you don't come and talk to them because you're not single, or you're not interested. And we see the Queen energy. So becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. See, Scorpio, I'm getting more so these are vibes of somebody who's a secret admirer of you. They love what they see. They're really interested in you. But because you haven't stepped up or given them like the real green flags, they think maybe Scorpio just is, because they definitely see you as very attractive, or they know that you're successful, or, that they've heard good things about you. But at the same time, they're like, but Scorpio doesn't talk to me, or Scorpio doesn't give me the time of day. And so they might feel like, again, I'm not saying that you give off an arrogant vibe, but like you're not talking to them because maybe you feel you're too good for them. But I feel like these are sort of like inaccurate assumptions that are being made. And I feel like with the Emperor energy, this is somebody here who is going to step up or wants to take the next steps. Now, remember, this person is also looks like they've been going through something with an ex, or they've recently been through a breakup or something. So their vision might be a little bit skewed at this point in time. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see what we need to know about this Emperor behind the scenes, stepping up, Aries energy. This person may even have a lot more to offer than you realize, because the Six of Wands is a powerful, fiery, successful energy, but the Emperor is like what you're not seeing. So this person has much more than maybe you think to offer. They're spying on you, Page of Swords, Two of Cups. They may have recently been through a breakup. But I also think they're making a decision here. They're seeing potential for love, and they want this new beginning with you. They want to find out, right? So I kind of feel like they've just been in their head about you, and they're wondering, man, Scorpio doesn't look at me. You know, Scorpio, maybe you didn't say hi to this person, and not intentionally. Maybe you had your earphones on or your earbuds in, or maybe you didn't hear or you didn't see them, and they tried to get your attention, and they're like, okay, Scorpio just totally ignored me. You know, I really don't think they think you're rude here, right? The King of Pentacles energy in reverse is telling me that maybe you need to let this person try to come towards you, but give them some green flags. All right, I kind of feel like as advice, the King of Pentacles is like, you're not the one that needs to do the work here just yet, Scorpio. We have Empress energy in reverse, Taurus and Libran energy, Justice. Yeah, because what I'm getting here is I think your person isn't quite ready to come towards you, because I do think that they're still making a decision about an ex or a third party while they're trying to figure you out, or they've recently been through some sort of major breakup, separation, or divorce, but there will be forward movement. Now, this is the Hanged Man, and I'm getting a really strong message, and I can't remember who else this came out for, but a couple of other signs. We are in the middle of Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Now, with this Hanged Man energy, which is the major arcana for Pisces energy, I feel like there's not going to be a whole lot of movement between now and the 20th. That's 10 days from the time I'm doing this reading. So like a week and a half from this reading. When Mercury goes direct in Pisces, I'm pretty sure it's going direct in Pisces, I think this is where you're going to see things differently, or you're going to get more clarity and more communication about this connection. Yeah, but it looks like your person has some unfinished business here. And I really do feel it's like with some sort of third party. And this is the message that I'm getting pretty clearly. They're crushing on you. They're checking you out. But they still are wrapping something up, or they're still healing from something. It doesn't mean that they're still in communication with that past person. But again, retrogrades are a time when we review the past. We have old shit coming up, you know, for review, things that we thought we healed from, you know, things that we thought weren't going to trigger us anymore. And that goes for me and you, and also for this person, right? So I feel like right during this Mercury retrograde, your person is kind of healing, clearing, closing out a cycle. They're checking you out. They're interested. They might be worried you're not interested, or that you don't want anything to do with them. And again, you don't need to change or amend your behavior here, Scorpio, unless, you know, Spirit's little nudge for my Scorpios, if you're interested in this person and you kind of know they've been checking you out, or you've been checking them out for a while, you may want to just give them some subtle clues that you're interested, right? It does not mean you have to, you know, approach them. It doesn't mean you have to flirt heavily with them, but do little things to give them the green flag, or make yourself more accessible so that, you know, maybe you could strike up conversation here. All right, what else do we need to know about this person? What else do we need to know? All right, eye candy. So they are sexy. All right, we do get that. All right, stalker. They're checking you out. I don't get stalker vibes, but, you know, spying on you, checking you out, and wasting time. They might be, I don't think that they're necessarily procrastinating. I just kind of feel like it's right now. They're doing that review, that release that comes with, you know, Mercury retrograde energy, and they're trying to figure things out. But I do think they're also getting a little bit frustrated because you're not giving them the green light here. All right, let's see what else we need to know about this person. They're going to surprise you. All right, non-committal and confident. Yeah. So again, I feel this non-committal energy is right now in the transit that we're in, that they haven't quite decided if they're going to come towards you. They want to be confident when they come towards you. I think this person generally is very confident, Scorpio. So I feel like they're just kind of a little bit wishy-washy right now because they're not getting like those main signals. All right, let's see what they want to say to you. What would this person like to say to my Scorpios? What does this person want to say to my Scorpios? I would do it all again. I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay, and we have, I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, or the gym or whatever. Like when they look up and they see you and they feel like you're not paying attention to them, they just put their head back down, but they think about this. They're starting to understand what they need to do. I would do it all again. I mean, maybe for a select few of you, that's somebody you've been dealing with here. All right, let's see what advice and guidance we have for my Scorpios. Advice and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Release the need to fix. This is not yours to manage or repair. Yeah, so like right now, like you don't need to do much. Like Scorpio, Spirit is saying to my Scorpios, just kind of like there's not a whole lot you need to do. See if this person comes towards you. You know, maybe you want to give the green flag or the green light if you're interested or you see them. Stay grounded, bring your focus back to what's real and what's happening now. And this moment doesn't diminish your worth. You're still whole. You're still beautiful. You're still amazing. All right. And let it unfold. Natural timing can't be forced. And let your ego down, but not your standards. All right. Beautiful culmination here to a reading that it feels like you've got a secret admirer that is going to be stepping up, or there's going to be development soon within the next week and a half here. All right, Scorpios, love and light. Take care.